name is Rob Richards and welcome to my Power and Strength training series. Today's focus is all on the triceps, but when it comes to arms, most people think of the bicep. In actual fact, the arm is covered about 2/3 by the tricep. So let's get right down to it. Next exercise are parallel bar dips. Again, a great mass builder, especially when you overload by adding extra resistance into it. But first, I want to warm up the muscle and get used to the movement before attaching a chain and adding some weights on. That was a good warm-up set. Now I can really start to make use of that exercise by adding some weight to a chain around my waist. Now you can get chains like these at most hardware stores or Home Depots, and also a simple hook like this. And these come in great for not just adding a little bit more weight, but allowing you to secure things like this kettlebell for added resistance when doing parallel bar dips. Now that I've got added weight with the exercise, form becomes even more important. So I'm going to lean slightly forwards to help keep that weight central with my body weight. That's a great way to add more resistance and overload your muscles than purely just your own body weight. Probably do a further two more weighted sets on those, but for now let's keep things moving, and I want to show you my third exercise to really help develop this outer tricep head. Tricep pushdown is a really great exercise to include more towards the end of your workout. I used to include it earlier on in the workout, but found it tired me out too much for those bigger, more mass building exercises that I first started on. So keep this for maybe the final or one exercise before the end, so you can really still keep that intensity high and develop more the outer portion of the tricep head. Few tips and pointers on that one. Again, keep the upper arm fixed at the side of the body and don't let the elbows come any further up when you bring that bar up to the top position. You want to minimize as much movement so that all of the effort can be kept directly on that tricep head. One way you can make it more challenging is to keep your fingers at the top of the bar like I did, and at the bottom, spread them out. This increases the intensity on that outer tricep head. But for me, I want to go heavy. This is all about power and strength. So let's get that weight up and let's overload the tricep. By changing the hand position and keeping it more narrow, keeps more of the stress towards the outer portion, which is the area of the tricep that I really want to be focusing on with this exercise. So a small increase in weight, but a smaller handle means more of the work has to be done on the outer portion of the tricep. Nice little squeeze at the end, isometric. just squeezing as hard as I can for about 10 seconds, just to get that last ounce of energy out of the muscle. Really starts to burn. Okay, I'm going to move on now and finish off with my second isolation exercise, which will focus more on this inner under portion of the tricep and do some single underhand tricep kickbacks. Let me show you how it's done. Now, there's a number of different grip attachments that you can use for something like the tricep kickback, and all work equally well. Doing an underhand grip and pulling back instead of pulling a handle or a rope really emphasizes this under portion of the tricep that not many people work. So if you're doing a standing pull down, you can do the same by doing a reverse and standing slightly back to place more stress on the under portion of the tricep. Let's move on to the other arm. That's a deep burn. A quick pointer on this exercise is that when you're bent over, try and keep the upper arm parallel to the floor and keep the elbow fixed. So the only thing you're extending is the forearm, utilizing the whole tricep muscle to bring that weight back. If you start moving your whole arm like that, the tricep has less work to do, and some of the deltoid and shoulder muscles come into play to assist with that exercise. Whew. That pretty much wraps up my tricep workout to help get you more power, more strength, and help you develop and condition each of the tricep heads. Join me next time on my Power and Strength series, when I'll be showing you some more tips, tricks, and techniques to help you take your training and your physique to that next level.